Hello everyone. So here I'm going to discuss about bond fission. So how bond cleavage is going on. So what are the types of bond fissions we have today we are seeing. So first, what is meant by bond fission and how bond fission is takes place between the two are different. Okay, between the two atoms or bond cleavage it going to itself. So what happened and what it we form. And next, between the two atoms, so some difference is there between the two atoms. So how the bond is cleavage. So bond fission is nothing but so it's cleavage, bond cleavage. So bond cleavage so means that so the cleavage of the bonds, so breakage of the bonds we calling as bond fission. Okay, so this is a bond fission. So here we have types of bonds here. So some equal formation and unequal formation. Equal means so for example here, so between the two atoms, so chlorine and HCl. Okay, so these are different. So these are some differences shows like electronegativity. Here there is no electronegativity between the two atoms. So here chlorine, so between the two so chlorine atoms, so bond is cleavage itself, so to produce the free radicals. Okay, so free radicals by the so equal distribution. So they are like they are the simple relatives, like so the cleavage itself, so it produces free radicals. They are separated. Okay, so without distribution and without fighting, for example. So this is a equal bond fission. So bond fission means the breakage of the bonds between the two. So it will be different and same. Okay, so this is the same. So if it is same, so what we calling as, so and if it is different, so what we calling as. So unequal means that so it is a heterolytic cleavage and homolytic cleavage. Homolytic cleavage and heterolytic cleavage. Okay, so before that we are going to discuss some bond fission, what happened, and so next types of bonds, types of cleavage we are seeing. So this is the bond fission, equal and unequal. So for example here different atoms. So here between the two hydrogen and chlorine, so which is more electronegative. So more electronegativity means that so it attracts electrons towards itself. So this is a chlorine here more electronegative than the hydrogen. So that's why it is electrons. So means it attract towards the chlorine atom. So that's why it is going to be negative charge generated and positive charge generated. So that means here so electrophile and nucleophile formation by the heterolytic cleavage, and here free radicals is formed by the homolytic cleavage. So look at that here how they are formed. Next type, so homolytic cleavage and heterolytic cleavage we are seeing. So this is a bond fission means, so first of all how the bond is formed, then how it can be break down. So it could be very difficult to do, so but it's very easy to learn. So about bond fission and so how heterolytic cleavages takes place and homolytic cleavages takes place, and what is the formation of this one. So this is a common thing in the bond fission and cleavage of the bonds. So first of all, so how the bond is formed. Okay, so bond formation, so between the two atoms. Okay, so bond formation means that so the bond is formed between the two atoms by the sharing of electrons or exchange of electrons. That means here how they are. So here look at that. So hydrogen has only one electrons, valence electron is 1. So chlorine has, it is a hydrogen group, so that is the 7 electrons it carries. Okay, so 6 and 7, so they are mutually sharing. So they are mutually sharing. Okay, so they are mutually sharing electrons. So it will be formed like this. Okay, so this is the HCl. So the bond is formed so between the two atoms. So they are mutually sharing of electrons. Or so for example here one one electron is their valence electrons. So more electronegativity is chlorine. So it is means it attracts the electrons toward itself. So that's why it is here losing some hydrogen is loose, so it is lost its electrons, so that's why it is it generate positive and chlorine minus, so it generate the electrophile and nucleophile by the heterolytic cleavage. So this is the bond formation and so breakage of the bond. So this is a process of bond formation. Okay, and next one is the cleavage of types of cleavage. So types of cleavage or types of fission. So we have two types. Okay, two types here: homolytic cleavage and heterolytic cleavage. Okay, so homolytic cleavage is means that so the cleavage is by the so chlorine atom, so Cl2. Means the cleavage is done by the so two different atoms. Okay, so like HCl. So look at this, how they are exchanging or how they are breakage itself, or depending upon others. So here first one is chlorine. So chlorine here like this structure. So here more electronic, both are electronegativity elements, so both are same. So homolytic cleavage, how it is takes place: here electrons, here electron. So it break itself so to produce free radicals Cl and Cl. Free radical means that so it is nothing but unpaired electrons or single electrons, so it is readily react with others. So this is a free radical. So by the free radical is formed by the homolytic cleavage. Okay, homolytic cleavage. So homolytic cleavage means same, so both are same, they are so mutually same, so they are the like brothers, so they are equally distributed without fighting, they are producing free radicals by the homolytic cleavage. So okay, so breakage of the bonds, it will be produces Cl free radicals. Okay, so free radicals are the single electrons. Next one is heterolytic cleavage is that so the cleavage it is done by the so it is a chlorine is more electronegativity element. Okay, so it is here one electron, so it is so attract the electrons toward itself and to it generated so positive H plus and chlorine minus. Okay, so here proton, so it is a nucleophile, it is act as an electrophile, it is act as a nucleophile. Okay, they are nucleus loving, they are electrophile means electron loving species, we calling as electrophile, and electron nucleus loving species we calling as nucleophile. So this is the basic things. It is formed by the heterolytic cleavage. Okay, heterolytic cleavage, this is also heterolytic cleavage formation takes place. And chlorine is it is formed by the homolytic cleavage. So this is types of cleavage. So in the bond fission, so in the class, this is a short class, so it's very short class. This is about bond fission process, so how the bond is break down and how the bond is formed. So equal parts, so equal means that homolytic cleavage and unequal means heterolytic cleavage, it is easily formed. And so for example here we taken chlorine and HCl, so same atoms we are taken and different atoms we taken, so which is more electronegativity, that is generated so positive and negative charge. Okay, so this is a bond fission, about bond fission process. So types of bond cleavage we see. So here what is mean by bond fission also we see. So bond fission means that it is a breakdown of the bonds, so between the two atoms is bond is there, so it is formed by the sharing of electrons, transfer of electrons or exchange of electrons. So it is fission means it is a breakdown. Okay, so for example bond fission in the nuclear chemistry, here higher nuclear, so higher nucleus is divided, so it is breakdown into smaller nucleus, so that's the bond fission, or some bond fusion also there. Okay, so here bond fission, so it is a simple process to do. So the bond formation takes place, and types of cleavage we are seeing today. Okay, this is a homolytic and heterolytic, so simple method to do. Okay, finally we can understand. So are you able to understanding this process? Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and finally do subscribe my channel and for more updating videos. Thank you.